They called him a disappointment, a failure in the shadow of greatness. But destiny, it doesn't always knock with gold. Sometimes, it crashes in the form of tragedy and leaves you with nothing but a broken dream and a second chance. This is the story of Kazeem, and how he rose, not by trying to be his father, but by becoming himself. Kazeem Adetola was born into a family where success wasn't optional, it was expected. His father, Chief Abdul Adetola, was a business mogul whose name echoed across industries: oil, finance, politics, and even sports. The man was a legend. But Kazeem, he was the opposite. He struggled in school when he was younger. Teachers whispered about him behind his back. Lazy, they said. Spoilt. Doesn't apply himself. At home, it was worse. His younger brother Kamal was a straight-A student and a business prodigy by age 18. Kazeem, meanwhile, bounced from one failed university program to another. "You're a disgrace to this family," his father once shouted after another failed exam. "If you can't live up to the Adetola name, maybe you should drop it altogether." Those words stuck. And Kazeem believed them. He stopped trying. Stopped dreaming. He accepted the script the world wrote for him, the failure son of a great man. He spent his days watching football, reading tactical blogs, playing video games, and running away from reality. Nobody knew he'd scribbled notebooks filled with football formations, or how his eyes lit up while analyzing matches alone in his room. But in a house of billionaires, no one cared about game analysis. It wasn't serious. It wasn't Adetola. Then came the accident. A car crash on a rainy Lekki bridge. Both his parents, gone in one night. The will was read a week later. Kamal inherited nearly everything: the real estate empire, the businesses, the stocks. Kazeem, he was left with just one thing. Legacy FC, their father's rundown local football club that hadn't won a trophy in 15 years. Let him have it, Kamal had said. He likes football, right? It's not even profitable. It'll keep him busy. It was meant to be a mockery, a bone thrown to a failure. But something strange happened when Kazeem walked into the crumbling stadium for the first time. He sat in the empty stands, looked out at the dusty pitch, and for the first time in years, he felt something. Purpose. Peace. Fire. He couldn't name it yet. But he knew, this was his now. Not a hand-me-down. Not a legacy to live up to. But a legacy to rebuild his way. Kazeem didn't jump into coaching right away. For weeks, he just observed. Watched training sessions. Took notes. Asked questions. The players didn't respect him at first. Why would they? To them, he was just a spoilt rich kid with no credentials. But one by one, they started noticing. He wasn't loud, but he was sharp. He saw details nobody else did. He called out gaps in the midfield, poor positioning, and dead ball routines that didn't make sense. And then, on a hot Tuesday afternoon, the assistant coach walked out, mid-practice, after a salary dispute. There was silence. Kazeem stepped in. Picked up a whistle. Let's play 6v6. One touch pass. 3 goals to win. No yelling. The players thought it was a joke. Until 10 minutes later, sweaty, exhausted, and smiling, they realized they just had their best training session in months. From that day, something shifted. Kazeem wasn't a joke anymore. He was a mystery they couldn't explain. And football. Football was no longer an escape, it was his calling. Tactical session, learning to trust the pass. Here's the thing Kazeem noticed first: the players were scared. Not of losing the game, but of making mistakes. Midfielders avoided risky passes. The striker made runs, but no one fed him. They kept it safe. Played sideways. Passed backwards. And life. It's just like that. How many of us are stuck playing it safe? We stay in the job we hate. We don't apply for the scholarship. We don't pitch the idea. We don't take the risk because we are scared of failing. But you can't win without trusting the pass. Kazeem told his team. You don't have to be perfect. But you have to believe the run is worth the risk. In your life, someone may have called you a failure, a dummy, just like they did Kazeem. Maybe you believe them. But here's what he's learning. Your greatness may not be in living up to someone else's legacy, it may be in building your own. So play forward. Take the shot. And trust that just maybe, the pass you're scared to make is the one that will change the game. If you enjoyed this episode of the Storysmith, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Episode 2 is coming, and Kazeem's journey is only just beginning. Remember, your story doesn't have to start perfect to end powerful. Keep writing. See you in the next one.